Hi there. Welcome to Aaron's Wine Talk. This is wine number 23. We have a fantastic white wine from Germany this time. And Germany is very suitable for the production of white wines due to the fact that they have a very cold, marginal climate. The cold climate will give very high levels of acidity but low levels of alcohol. But strangely enough, this alcohol is at 14%. Well, there are 13 regions in Germany. They call them an Anbaugebiete, and 13 regions. One of them is Baden, which is a spa producing fresh water, but it is close to the region of Alsace in France. The Rhine River divides Alsace with Baden, and it is the warmest, one of the warm climates within Germany as a region. So that is the reason, in my opinion, why the level of alcohol is quite high. And maybe global warming could be the answer for high sugar levels. And Pinot Blanc normally is quite a low level of alcohol. Yes, the grape is Pinot Blanc, which the Germans call Weisser burgunder. Weisser meaning white, Blanc, and burgunder because it used to be a grape grown in Burgundy. And it is still used today and permitted for minor percentages in Burgundy white blend wines. And Pinot Blanc helps with the acidity in wines in Burgundy. And here, obviously, the acidity is not low, it's on the high side. It's also produced in Alsace, in the region, where they make fantastic sparkling wines called Cremant d'Alsace, which are really high in acidity and very fresh in style and quite mineral. But this is a Qualitätswein. Qualitätswein meaning a quality wine in the category, but not on a Prädikatswein, meaning this wine has been fermented dry, which the Germans call Trocken. This is a vintage 2015, so it is already 5 years old. And well, it's amazing because the wine is literally using oak. And rarely I see a Pinot Blanc or a Weiss Burgunder fermented and matured in oak. Well, I don't have the details, the technical details of this wine, but climate we've discussed. Soil is very slate, lot of slate and minerality and granite. So you have that reflected here in the wine, that slight slate edge coming in, that mineral petrol element coming in, that is typical of terroir characteristics. This wine is definitely on the high side, on the premium side. Not premium, but on the 17, 16 euro range. So it's quite top class that we're drinking over here. And the producer of this wine is Fritz Wassmer. Fritz Wassmer from Baden, imported by Holy Wines. And Adrian Mitzi gets this wine, and I'm sure he visited this winery in Germany, and truly so. Now I know why he got this wine. He couldn't resist that buttery and nutty characteristic of this Pinot Blanc. Wow, I've never in my life I've tasted a Pinot Blanc having this style of oak and nuttiness in it. The yields, I'm sure, are very low in order to make these quality grapes, because you have so much quality of fruit here in the wine, which normally you get out the mineral character in Pinot Blanc. This wine is definitely fermented in oak barrels and then matured in oak barrels. So you get those beautiful vanilla, sweet spices in the wine. Plus, with age, nuttiness like almonds, hazelnuts, and walnuts will take over. A lot of marzipan coming in, and marzipan also has butter in it. So this uses full malolactic fermentation, full MLF, in order to achieve those buttery and creamy smooth characteristics. Amazing. I'm definitely need to taste this wine. On the appearance, it's got a medium intensity lemon color. It already shows signs of aging and development due to the fact it has already 5 years after the vintage. And after 5 years, the color will always get a bit deeper as a white wine. But also the use of oak will also deepen the color. So it's not that developing, it's because the color definitely is coming and affected from oak maturation. I'm sure there is batonnage in the wine, lee stirring, meaning that they get a stirrer, a metal stirrer, and they literally stir the sediment and the lees in the barrel so that it increases the texture and the body of Pinot Blanc. In fact, I consider this wine quite as a full-bodied style, which is quite rare in Germany to find a full-bodied white. But that use of oak is giving it structure, concentration, and the use of batonnage, which we call lees stirring, is literally increasing the texture in the wine. So in appearance, it's got a developing color, and on the legs, they are quite thick and quite long. Never in my life, I would say, this would be a German wine on a blind tasting. Well done to this producer for producing these levels of sugars. Germany is challenging climate, meaning they don't get good weather every year. Their winter months are literally really challenging, and when spring arrives, they suffer a lot from spring frost, which literally affects bud burst. And when you have a bad bud burst, you have a bad spring, and you will have a bad vintage. So I'm sure that the winemaker knew what he or she was doing, and definitely they made a very good complex style of Pinot Blanc, which the Germans call Weiss burgunder, yeah, meaning coming from Burgundy and being a white grape Weiss. So on appearance, we've seen that on the nose, butter, nuts, what I call marzipan. Marzipan is a mixture of butter and nuttiness. All the nuts I find, walnuts, almonds, hazelnuts, that nutty tertiary characteristics is going to take over the fruit with age. Butter, secondary aromas of butter, cream, smokiness of wood, oak, fragrant wood, good quality wood, smoke, toast, vanilla, oh, sweet spices, some cloves coming in, some cinnamon coming in, some nutmeg, cumin. I'm sure that with age, all those sweet spices will come out even more. But on the primary, there's a lot of fruit, primary characteristics of stone fruit, peach, apricot, tropical fruit, banana, melon. I'm amazed because in Germany, we rarely use that word tropical fruit character. We only use them maybe for their predicates wines, but for their trocken wines, Baden-Baden seems to have a warm climate too. I think that global warming has definitely an effect on the alcohol levels of the grapes produced in Germany. Beautiful complex nose they have, ladies and gentlemen. Beautiful buttery cream characteristics. Lots of prime fruit, peach quarter there, tropical fruit is there, yellow apples, not green apples, ripe lemon at its best. Definitely it has texture, and definitely it's going to match sauces based on cream textured sauces. Yeah, I get that yeast and biscuit and bready characteristics coming from the batonnage, the lee stirring. You definitely get it in the wine, but it doesn't overpower. It's beautifully complex. This is a literally fantastic burgundy type of Grand Cru style of wine. A Grand Cru means the best soils, the best vines, so the best quality wines in Burgundy. And definitely, I would say, blind tasting, this would be a Chardonnay from Burgundy, but typical Montrachet level. Yeah, very difficult to say this. This is German. On the palate, I'm really amazed. Totally dry, trocken in German. Acidity on the high side, still there, still refreshing, still mouth watering. Wow. And it's really gonna cut the saltiness and the fatness in the food. It will go with seafood with sauce. So lobster thermidor. Thermidor is kind of creamy. Yeah, creamy textured food with cream textured wine. Fattened lobster with the acidity to cut that fatness of the lobster. Goes well with oysters, with sauces as well, cooked oysters. You don't need to take the oysters only raw. You can also take them cooked with different types of ingredients. It's quite medium plus to full bodied in style. Yeah, it's got texture. The oak helps it. The batonnage helps it. And also the alcohol level helps it to give texture and body and concentration. Intensity is extremely pronounced, both nose, both palate, and that intensity still needs to go down for another 5 years in the bottle at least. I would say this finish is so long, I still get that buttery, creamy, yeast biscuity, tropical fruit, primary, everything is combination together. Primary, secondary, tertiary flavors coming in, but totally on the high side. I think this wine is worth its value of 16, maybe 17 euro. Amazing on the quality of this creamy, textured, buttery marzipan wine. When well done to the producer of Fritz Wassmer. Well done, Hola Wines, for teaming up with them to import this wine. Malta really deserves, the Maltese people really deserve to drink such fantastic quality white wine. Thank you very much. I hope you enjoyed it, and we'll soon go for the other wine. Thank you.